Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record the purr.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. What's up?
There we go. Something chill to watch. The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
And works only.
Hi everybody, Cannabeard Grows here. How the heck are you doing? Happy frickin' New Year's. Hey, what's going on? New year, hey, 2025. Ugh, man, it's gonna be a weird one probably, but aren't they all kind of weird? So, it's Friday night, and I am impressed with what's growing on here behind me. You can probably see for yourself already. The one plant is doing phenomenal. It's responded very, very, very well to the low stress training that we did over the last, I don't know, 2 weeks roughly. I did about a week of solid low stress training, and the last week is just the results of it all filling in a little bit. I did a very small bit of defoliation in the middle of this week here that just passed. I just took a couple of leaves out, things that were getting kind of squished up against other ones, a couple of big internal leaves that were shading some spots. We'll go over and have a good look there in a minute. I got something in my sock there. Fun times, fun times. But let's mention the sponsor today here before I forget. You know them, you love them, MARSHYDRO. They have been so good to me over the years, and I love their stuff, man. And if you want to love their stuff as much as $2 off of anything you order from MARSHYDRO, that's right off their website, right off of Amazon or eBay. Use my name as a discount code, save yourself some money. Oh, and I forgot I was wearing this stupid hat. I did my haircut thing, and it's a little too long, and it's kind of dripping into my eyes. So I put on one of Bunny's hair things, and it's got some frickin' ears on it. And it's funny because Canna, our cat, doesn't like this. He sees me coming, and he goes, he like freaks out. It like scares him that I'm a big animal or something. I don't know. It's frickin' funny, man. Anyway, so before we get into the close-ups and stuff here, the water reservoir has been interesting. The plants, whether it's just transpiration or perspiration, perspiration, whether it's just like offing, perspiring, and the plant is physically drinking some, plus I'm pouring about one of these every single day into these two smaller ones here. I'll show you them in just a moment. So the water level is going down slowly as a result. And I've been adding new water about once a week, maybe twice a week, adding about 4 gallons. I got a 5-gallon pail there. I fill it most of the way up. I treat it with a little bit of the stuff. And then I dump it in there, check where I'm at, and up and lower the pH if I need to, which I haven't really needed to put much pH on it. It's been pretty darn close, if anything, a little tiny bit of pH down to keep it in that low 6s. But currently I'm running about 500, about 450, 500 ppm in here for strength on the nutrient cycle that I'm running. And this is the stuff I'm using. Here, make sure my lid's on tight so I don't spill it or anything. But I'm using the Advanced Nutrients pH Perfect series, the 3-part Grow, Macro, Bloom. And then I got a bunch of other stuff here. I got some Cal Mag, I got their pH down. We got Big Bud, Bud Candy, Overdrive, Flawless Finish, and And I started with a little bit of a root hormone that I had too. Although, if anybody was watching from the beginning was rough. The reality is what happened with this one, well, all of these right here, is I don't know if it's user error, probably mostly user error, but whatever, regardless, whatever happened, happened. They were pretty much stunted for about almost 3 weeks. They did nothing. They were just these little tiny plants for like 3 weeks and just weren't growing, and nothing was happening. And then I decided to give them one more week, and I started feeding them a sort of a heavy nutrient regime and just see if they take off. If they take off, I'll keep them. And if they don't, I'm going to kill it all and we'll reset the grow. And well, it took off. Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look. Oh, actually, hold on a second. As I knock everything over. Good job. I was going to say, let's have a dab first. I think it's dab time. It's dab time, motherfucking dab time, time to take a fucking dab break. So surprising it got this big. I would have failed. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Is beard cutting out? Am I? Am I cutting out? This is Acapulco Gold live resin cartridge. Wow, man. Holy fuck. The terpenes are fucking intense on it. I honestly don't think I've ever had live resin in a cartridge before. It definitely has that live resin-y taste. It's yummy. We catch it on the board there? Yes, we did. Okay, come on in. Oh, I missed you too, Mr. Jefferson. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you're alive and I hope all is well. So these are the two. So this is one of them. Look at this. Look at this little plant. I haven't had the heart to kill it, but I don't want to put it into circulation. It's just been sitting here. It's leaning towards the lights because the lights are up there, right? I turned them off for this video, but it's leaning towards the lights, and it's really, really freaking funny. Anyway, these are looking weird. This one here in the front, super stubby little thing. It smells really good. I got in there, I was like moving some of the leaves around, and it smells. But it's kind of a joke. I have these two not hooked up to the system. The system is a single plant in a loop, so that I could stick the single plant in the dead center underneath this as much as I could. And I shoved these to the side, and I've been hand watering them. And if they survive, they survive. I do not care. And then there's one in the back here. This one actually surprised me and did a bit of a growth spurt and sprouted upwards. And is doing some similar growth to the short one, just vertical instead of all just horizontal and becoming a little dwarf plant or whatever the hell this is. But here we go. This is the plant, man. This one here, this is an autoflower that was near 3 weeks late. And it is absolutely going to do well in the long run. I hope that it finishes properly. That's the only sort of concern I have. But it looks healthy. It looks happy. It looks like it really is liking whatever the heck I'm doing now. You know, whatever I was doing before, obviously nobody liked what I was doing before. But this thing is very, very happy. Like you look, man, you don't see no burnt leaf tips, man. None of them tips are burnt. That one's curled funny, but yeah, it's all looking healthy, man. At least from my visual inspection, it looks really good. And again, just it's amazing what a little bit of pipe cleaner and time will do for really bushing out a plant. Instead of, this one would have grown like that. It would have grown, you know, a standard Christmas tree style, but I bent it back right away, and like, that's the top back there. That one right there in the very back. That's right, that one right there is the top, and it sort of snakes down this way and then down. It's hard to show you sometimes, but you might be able to see the main stalk there snaking kind of around and weird. But yeah, a little bit of training, a little bit of low stress training, just bending them leaves, opening up, allowing light to get into other areas, and you create this fucking nice bush. I'm pretty confident I'm going to get a fair amount off of this one. I mean, the other two, I can't say shit for. I mean, if I get an ounce between the two of them, an ounce or two of some actually good, usable, nice bud between the two of them, I'll be happy. But this thing, I got high hopes for this thing. I don't know. It seems to be doing astronomically well, considering its rough start. I have seen some autoflowers do some pretty strange things with adversity. I've had autoflowers die when you look at them funny. I've also had autoflowers that were cut down to a stalk with one little leaf. Something fell over and broke the whole plant. There was one little leaf and a stalk, and I was going to kill it. I was going to pull it up because it was dead. And the audience said, leave it, leave it, leave it. And the thing grew up and grew into two, and then grew into the biggest fucking plant in the tent. The one that got knocked down, it was like a good 6 inches or so. I don't got my hand can't do it. 6 to 8 inches tall or something, and it got snapped down to like 1 inch. And it came back and became more vivacious and gave me more flower per plant than any of the other autoflowers that were of the same that didn't have a snap done to them. So sometimes when a little bit of adversity happens in the right conditions, autoflowers can go nuts from it. They go absolutely bonkers and frickin' try to show you that they want to live. And this one really wants to live, and I'm impressed. And I'm grateful because I really wanted to grow these Oreos. Oh my God, I was so pissed when it just wasn't working. I couldn't believe it. I was so disillusioned. I wanted to grow the dang Oreos, something fearsome. And it just wasn't happening, you know? I don't know. It is what it is. I think I'm going to have one more dab. And then I don't know what else to say. I'm watering them. I got the nutrient cycle's been pretty good. Everything's looking good so far. How about you guys? Have you ever broken an autoflower or any kind of cannabis plant like that by accident and had it come back and like exceed your expectations? Have you ever done something like that where you really fucked something up and then had it turn around and, you know, show you what's up? Primo says he broke one of the tops 3 weeks into flower and it exploded into nugs. Yep. I had, I think one of the first times that ever happened to me is when I accidentally, I dropped a fan or something. Something fell over on one of my plants and broke the whole cola over like this. And the stem wasn't completely severed, but it was cracked open a little bit. And I just put some, what was it? Like masking tape, that sort of tan stuff. A couple of stripes of masking tape and some honey, or something like that. It was, I don't know if it was honey or if I had like, I know I've used honey in the past. That's why I think that it might have been that. But it could have been some cloning powder or something. I don't recall. It was a long time ago. Anyway, that wasn't the point. The point was the plant broke over really bad, and I put a little piece of tape on it and put a little something in there, and it came back. And not only did it come back, but I got this weird hockey stick super bud. It turned into this massive bud because all of a sudden the bud that was vertical was sideways, and it all kind of like shifted a little bit, and it just turned into this huge nug, man. I got like, it was like, you know, one of those half-ounce buds, easily. It was crazy. Grew back 2 years ago, told beer about it. Right, your beer one. Oh man, I remember you telling me about that beer one, and I said, don't do that. There's too much sugars in there. That's so bad. But there is some good things, and if you're doing organics, I can't say that it's like the worst thing to do. It does have some beneficial things. The carbonated water alone does something and super oxygenates the roots a little bit. There's, you know, some fermented goodness in beer. There's some things in it. A whole bunch of sugars aren't really good, but a little bit of sugars are not bad. It feeds the microbes. Like a beer or two probably wouldn't hurt. I remember you doing that. That tripped me right out, man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. But, yeah, just sometimes going against the grain and or just either experimenting or just having a fucking accident sometimes can you know, have some pretty fruitful benefits. And it's kind of interesting to see what happens outside of the norm sometimes when something goes wrong and then you get an unexpected it's like it has something to prove. It's like it's got to frickin' get a comeback or something. I don't know. It's weird. But it's not a bad thing. Okay. I don't know if I just had one of these. I feel like I did. I don't have another one. Oh, it's so tasty though, man. It's hard to not keep smoking on this. This is funny, man. This battery pack, this is an E-leaf. It is so old. The bottom's all fucking smashed up and it sits all kind of crooked. This is probably 10 years old. And it still works like a hot damn. Okay. I'm going to go. Have a good one, everybody. Don't forget to like the video if you do like this stuff. And if you really like it, subscribe if you're not for some reason already. Also, I say it like clockwork, but actually listen to this for a second because it's real. Double check your the bell for notifications because quite often YouTube changes that. I get people telling me it all the time, man. It happens. Just double check that you're set for all notifications because of stuff like this. I go live often, and you want to be notified when that happens. I don't go live tons, so you won't get spammed. I go live on the channel twice a week. So, yeah. I'll catch you on Sunday session, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time on both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. So join me one place or the other, but I'll see you then. Have a good weekend, and yeah, cheers.